from Los Angeles, California, with the Mad Scientist Party Hour.
What is up, friends? And welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour! My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has decided that pants and underwear just aren't for him. But jacking his boner off in front of us is totally his jam. That's Jeff Clark.
What's up, Illuminati? How's it going?
And transmitting to us from Penisvania, the bearded booger-eating cum-sucker known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo.
Here we are once again, fellas. Prepare your titties. Man.
I'm excited to be back here with you guys.
Well, one at a time.
I said my titties are prepared. And then I jiggled them.
Yeah, mine are quite jiggly too. I am, let me see, let me check. Hold on, let me get this pen. Okay.
I'm touching my hooters.
Oh, yeah, I can now hold a pen up with my tits. I am officially titty fuckable.
Titty fuck a pen?
Oh, a pen could titty fuck me.
Excuse me.
I've been keeping it going, though. I've been running. Air's gotten better, so I've been going on my runs. I'm sure all my neighbors are gross the fuck out. I'm sure when I pass their houses, the Baywatch theme starts. I start moving in slow motion. My hooters are slapping me in the fucking mouth. It's a disgusting display, but I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I've officially...
All the sports I've been gambling on have got me out of the gym since around this time last week. I need to get back in desperately.
So you bet so much that you can't even go to the gym?
You can't afford it anymore.
Getting close. No, I mean, it's a mixture of, my job, having to produce content, having to connect with you guys for MSPH, or like, queef or no queef, and then me not wanting to go to the gym after because sometimes that'll be like during the prime hours of the gym, and it's kind of like, fuck that. I'd rather just stay home, watch basketball, and think about going to the gym tomorrow. And I don't go to the gym the next day.
That does. I remember back in the days of having a gym membership, going when it's just like completely fucking busy and every machine you want to use has like a line, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? I'm just gonna go home and pick up some big rocks, open some heavy doors, jump up and down a few times. All right, I got my money's worth. Unfortunately, I found out that my bookie takes my LA Fitness membership as collateral. So now he's got my gym membership.
Yeah, I gave him the fob. It sucks.
Oh, man. Well, you know what? I actually do have a little something here that could kick us off. Let me see if I can dust off the
buddy.
Intro for it. Hold on a second. What the fucking... There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for today's Random Brain question.
We needed one of these. Clutch out of you, Kevin.
So I don't know if I've ever asked you guys this question before, but if there was a guaranteed six-figure yearly income, supplemented, would you start an OnlyFans for your feet?
Just my feet?
Yeah. But
Yep.
You have to post regularly, you have to be active, and you have to put effort into it.
What the fuck does that mean?
So you can't
Put
just
effort into it.
You can't just like take your phone, take your socks and shoes off, and then just be like, click. All right, I'm done. Like, you got to buy.
Well, what else? What else do you do? Like, do you put little top hats on your toes? Like, what do you mean by put effort in?
I like where you're going with this.
You definitely got to invest in one of those ring light things.
Yeah, you need a ring light. You need a tripod. Because like you can't just put the same fucking angle of the same foot up every day. You're gonna lose subscribers. You gotta. This is a side job. So
hold on. So do you have to make a minimum subscriber like threshold or quota to keep your 100K jobs?
Yeah. So you have to post regularly. Like, I don't know. I would say 5 times a week minimal.
If I can retain 6 customers for a month, is that good? Because I don't know.
No.
Yeah, like how much can you do with feet that you spice it up every time?
I mean, there are OnlyFans just for feet.
And what makes you think that they're just not taking the same angle pictures of their feet? Like, there's only 4 angles of the foot you can take a picture of. Like,
well, I
do subscribed and.
Well, let me just say this: I've never been a foot fucker. I don't get it, but there are some people who it seems like they're straight dudes and they care more about your feet than your vagina, and does not make sense to me. But like, I do follow a couple like hot chicks on Instagram, and I've seen them put up their sexy pictures, and sometimes they got like this thing where they're like laying on a bed and they're wearing something sexy. And they're fucking like, you gotta get one of these. Oh shit! Oh, the goddamn swivel chair! I just knocked over all my Blu-rays. Hold on. So they'll do something like this.
Okay.
Or you're lying on your stomach and your feet are up.
Yeah. So you're kind of like on like the haunch of your back, and you got your fucking feet kicked up, pressed together.
I mean, you should do a whole foot spread right here on YouTube.
Oh. Okay, so Shuddy Boy, you gotta pose. You gotta do a couple of these where you're like, "Hi, fellas."
Well, but then that's not an Instagram. No, then that's not an OnlyFans for my feet. That's a full-on OnlyFans, and that changes my answer.
You're not nude. You're just not wearing socks.
Yeah. I mean, you sometimes your face will have to. You have to personalize your feet.
Nope, that's not what he asked.
Oh, he said, "Get the fuck out." So Shuddy Boy's a no. Shuddy Boy's turning down the 6
based on this intel, you're going no, huh?
If it was, that's why I answered so quickly, because he said an OnlyFans for your feet. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Oh, so if your face is in any of the pictures, that's a deal breaker. Even though you don't have to dress, you don't have to like dress sexy. You're not in like a fucking thong cupping your tits or anything.
No, if it was just to take pictures of my feet, I'm in.
All right, Jeff, how about you? Be like, oh. Come and get it, ladies. Here's my fucking tootsies.
Yeah, I'll have my feet in the or my face in the images as well. I don't give a fuck. I mean, all right. So what if you didn't have to show your face, Shuddy, but the name of your OnlyFans account was Shuddy Miller's Feet?
No. Nope.
Oh, so anything that identifies it as you. So I mean that's part of it.
Just my feet. Just my feet.
No one's jacking off to just anonymous feet. They want to see the face of the person that they belong to. I'm sure there's some Illuminati that would jack off to your feet.
I don't imagine that most people who would find a man's feet attractive give any kinds of shit about what the man looks like. Just the same way that male foot fetish, you just said, it doesn't matter what the girl looks like. They're more worried about the feet than the kuchana.
No, I never said they're not worried about what the girl looks like. You can't be like fucking John Madden in a dress and showing your big fucking lumpy hobbit feet. Like just because you're
spin off random brain question. What about you had to jerk off 5 times a week, and every time you jerked off, you can only look at feet photos? Would you do that for $100,000 a year?
So I have a 5 nut per week quota of just jacking off, and like, am I
only be feet?
Am I selling my nut? Like, who's keeping an eye on me?
The same people that are paying me $100,000 for my feet. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, the whole reason that this thought even popped into my head was like, Jesus Christ, I got to make some money at some point in my life. I'm middle-aged, and I'm way behind where most people are when they get out of college. So I guess so, yeah.
So you getting a pedicure this week? Is that what you're saying?
No. I mean, because I did see, like, every time I tap the search function on Instagram, I just get, like, it's all just like hot chicks in various stages of undress. And I did see some girl who was like in a bikini laying back on her bed, and she's got her goddamn, dirty ass feet front and center, star of the photo. And I was just like, man, it really does kind of boggle my mind that's all it takes. Like, are you jacking off to elbows? Like, do behind the knee pits? Is there anybody that's just like slobbering like, yeah, knee pits? Like, what is sexual about a foot? One of the stinkiest parts of a body. But I was also like, damn, what a life.
One of the sexiest.
What a life to be a cute girl. Like, I wonder if you're, like, I feel like most people would be like, shit, if I'm, starting OnlyFans and I'm doing like penthouse-esque pictures of my kuchana, my family finds out, they're probably going to be really disappointed or bummed out in me, or, taking wieners in your butt. Like, yeah, my family's probably bummed out. That's how I make a living. But like if I told my grandma that I'm just like, look, I don't fucking get it, but I put up like 5 pictures of my feet on this website, and I'm now making, $150,000 a year. Would she be bummed? Would my mom be bummed? Would my dad be cursing me from the grave?
Perhaps. But I thought your mom was always about, like, as long as you're happy, she's happy. Thought that was her usual stance. Is there a career that could make her unhappy? That's not illegal.
Helen probably does have a line somewhere.
My mom would still have Christmas with me if I was a porn star, but she would probably be pretty bummed out.
What about gay porn star?
I don't think it would make a difference if I was like,
that's very woke of her.
If I was boning dudes or chicks. I just think she would be bummed out that I like nut on camera for a living.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably disappointing enough that I do this for a living.
Come on.
Talking about,
now you're bringing us down to your level. Hold on. We're not disappointing at all.
I mean, she, it's like, yeah, my son just fucking tells dirty jokes for a living, whatever. But I don't know. That's why I was kind of like, I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to start an OnlyFans where you're just like jacking off and nutting in your own face all the time.
No, it would take a little more than 6 figures for me to do that. But not 7. just a high 6.
And I don't want to speak for you guys, but I don't think the 3 of us, either one of us, have a foot fetish. So, like,
you don't want to speak for us.
It's like if somebody was like if someone slid into my DMs and they're like, look, if you just like send me a picture of your elbow and in the background of it you're making like a kissy face, like trying to be all sexy, like, I just want to jack off to your elbow, I'll give you $5,000. I'd be like, all right, dummy, here you go. Here's my elbow. Whack away. Like, it's kind of the same thing with feet. Like, it's not a sexual organ.
Yeah, but if you're on OnlyFans, it is a sexual organ. You can tell yourself whatever you want, but people, your subscribers are jacking off to your feet. And I'm okay with that. Honestly, I would do this. Yes, I have no problem doing this and showing my face and naming my OnlyFans Jeff Clark's funky feet, or no, that's not sexy. Whatever, Jeff Clark's something feet, and having my face in it every now and then. I wouldn't care, and I wouldn't even care about telling people that. I wouldn't care about telling my current employer that. Like, yeah, I have a side gig where I make $100K just peddling pictures of my feet. Actually, as I say, maybe I wouldn't. Maybe I'd try to keep that in the DL until someone outed me.
You know what? Good. You two motherfuckers, get off my steez. This is my Kool-Aid.
But I'm not fighting. There can be 2 dude foot OnlyFans accounts.
2 dudes, 1 sock.
Yeah, share.
I'm
share
sure
some of
there's
the wealth.
There's plenty of dude OnlyFans foot fetish accounts.
Well, let's just Google guy OnlyFans foot fetish.
Not it.
No, I'm doing it on my work computer. Man makes $4,000 a month selling sexy photos of his feet. This is written by the Daily Mail in 2021. Socialrise.com, how to sell feet pics on OnlyFans and earn big. 5 steps. It's only 5 steps.
Dude, at this point...
What are the 5 steps, Jeff? What are the 5 steps?
Yeah, wait, let me get a pen and a Post-it real quick. Hold on. All right, I'm ready.
Well, the first one's pretty
self-explanatory.
OnlyFans. Yeah, create your OnlyFans.
2, take pictures of feet. Step 3,
yes.
upload.
No, you got 2, right? 3, I mean, come on, start posting your feet pictures on OnlyFans. 4, promote yourself to grow. Now that's where it gets a little tricky, in my opinion.
Yeah, in this random brain question scenario, you just have the audience.
5, improve the quality of your content as you go. Someone wrote this. Someone took time out of their day to write this.
And they made money on it.
What's even worse is that...
I don't know that to be true, Kevin. I don't know that they made money.
What's even worse is that somebody is reading that thinking that that's gonna be... I want to learn to ride my snowboard switch. So I looked up a video yesterday how to do it, and it was like, how to learn to ride switch. Do it. That was like, oh, big fucking help. Big fucking help. Thanks. Thanks.
Stand the opposite way you usually do.
And just do it. You already know how to snowboard, so that's all you need to do.
Do the same thing with the other foot.
But I also have a random brain question.
Oh, all right. DPS, Shuddy.
All right.
And I think it's more...
You guys don't want to hear about the Arizona man that earned $4,000 a month peddling sexy foot pictures online.
Things are so dire in my situation that I'll take I just did the math. That's $48,000 a year. I'll take it.
God, hold on. I'm going to send you guys this guy's face is all up in this. He doesn't give a fuck.
All right, yeah. Let's potentially get this guy some business. Oh, you're not going to do the screen share? Shuddy, you can screen share, right? Oh.
Yeah, let me send it to Shuddy. I prefer if he screen shares.
Just that URL is awesome.
That looks like Christian Hand.
What if it is?
I'd subscribe. His name is Jason Strom, but they wrote this in January 2021, so 4 years ago. Wonder if he's still in the game. He'd be old. He'd be 39 now. It's a little older than me.
There are things that come with the territory, though, of being a sex symbol. And you're probably going to get DMs of people like printing out the pictures of your feet and nutting on it.
Yeah. For an extra $10,000 a year, I'll add a dick rating.
So
menu item to my OnlyFans.
Oh, solid dick! So I would suck 4 you dicks out of 5.
There's 3 pictures, and it's only one angle of his feet, Kevin.
Yeah, but okay, take this one, Shuddy. He's doing like the thinking man, sitting on his bed with his feet straight out. Would you do that?
If that's all I had to do.
Well, wait a second. You just were like, wait a second, my face. Whoa. But that right there.
It depends what I have going on in my life. currently in my romantic situation, no, I would not be all up on OnlyFans with my face. And just like I don't think
your financial situation is the
just
romance.
just like I don't think Carl or Jeff's lady would be okay with this.
Oh, I guarantee you Carl would have no problems. I'll text her right now.
I guarantee Jeff's lady would have huge problems.
I'd probably agree with Shuddy, but I'm going to ask her. If I did this, would you break up with me? Is that a fair question? Is that the answer the question you're trying to get answered, Kevin?
But hypothetically, yes. But make sure you put hypothetically.
No, I'm not going to put that.
Oh, you want her to think that this is really on the table.
And when she responds, I'm not going to. I didn't even hit enter on the question. She just said no. I just sent the link and she just said no. I was like, and then I did. If I did this, would you break up with me? She's not with your mutant toe. All right. Well,
You have a mutant toe?
well, yeah, we've talked about this.
That might put you
Show
in
us,
like a
Jeff.
special.
Come on, show us.
Yeah. Maybe that'll get us some Patreon subscribers.
Jesus. Pooming out of YouTube is going to be jerking off here in a minute. I don't know if I can.
What do you have? Do you have like a fucking quado going on your foot?
It's the middle one.
What the fuck? Why does the toenail grow on the tip of your toe instead of on the top?
Is that what's going on there? It was very wiggly.
Let me try to do it again. Hold on.
Oh, I'm signing up for this OnlyFans immediately. I mean, it looks. Yeah,
that's all toenail. That's all toenail on the tip.
Your toenail has made like a helmet.
Yeah, it looks like he's got like a marker cap on his toenail, on his toe.
Yeah, it's like the thickest toenail ever. It's gross.
It's just added protection. Okay, I got word.
I think that's what it is because I got Morton's toe, which just means my middle toe is longer than my big toe. I think that's pretty common, actually.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's common among like soccer players, which I'm not, and basketball players, which I do occasionally still.
What's it called when your toenail forms a protective dome over the tip of your toe?
I just think that all the running I've done has caused my middle toe nail to mutate.
Okay.
Every like few months, I'll just rip it off, and there'll be like another. There'll be like more toenails underneath it, just like waiting. And almost like a.
It's like a post-it note.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a snake sheds its skin. Just like I'll shed a few toenails.
So, does your other foot have that, or is it just that one foot?
I'm pretty sure the other toe does too. Hold on.
So is she calling?
It's not as gross, but yeah, it's still there.
Is she calling it your mutant toe just because it's longer than the other ones?
Longer and gross. I can't help it, and I don't want to go get a pedicure. I don't want any little Asian woman to.
It didn't look that gross to me, but I don't know. What do I know?
Next time we hang out, we'll look at it together.
All right, we can launch our OnlyFeet account with a joint venture. Carl texted back, "No, I don't think I would be bummed, but wouldn't want you to tell people about it." So I guess at dinner parties, I would just tell people about my one source of income, which is probably already embarrassing enough.
Wait, you afford a Mercedes-Benz and your fart and dick joke podcast?
Yeah, I wonder what's more embarrassing for Carl to tell her friends. My boyfriend is a podcaster, or my boyfriend has a feet OnlyFans account. Both are probably cringy. But I mean, let's be honest, no one's paying for my fucking feet. So, Shuddy, what is your random brain question for the day?
When you guys clean your bathroom, are there like little, for lack of a better term, toilet paper dingleberries, like on the back lip of the toilet under the seat?
No.
Kind of. So I mean, I feel like most people notice that when you wipe your buttocks, sometimes you get a little accumulation of TP remnants, and I just get them on the spot. I just get those taken care of right away. But I guess stuff does kind of get under the seat, which is like really, really hard to clean by traditional methods because there's a teeny tiny little gap between the plastic and the ceramic. But full dingleberries, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Jeff, we know you don't clean your bathroom, so
I do. I do clean my bathroom. That's fucked up. My bathroom's actually a lot cleaner. Well, it's clean, A, and B, I guess a lot cleaner than you would think, considering you just said I don't clean my bathroom. I do. That's factually incorrect. My update for my girlfriend, she said, I think I would dump you. I don't want to go on dates with dudes jerking off to your feet money. Wow. So you know she's not a rider. She is.
Shuddy,
She puts
I'm
up
not
with all
even
the
gonna
other
ask.
weird shit about me.
I'm not even gonna
Guess
ask
that's
you
too far.
I'm not even gonna ask you to ask Shuddy.
I don't need to ask. I know the answer to that.
Yeah, and I think you even asking that question would get you in trouble.
I don't think it would. It's just not necessary. Like, there's no need for me to have any kind of OnlyFans account. Definitely not one where I'm showing my feet for dudes to jerk off to.
What if there was a market for dudes combing
Just
their
hear him out,
beards?
Shuddy. Just hear him out.
Well, you talked over it.
I'm sorry.
If there was a market for dudes combing their beards, so you could literally just sit there in your Eagles hat, Eagles hoodie, just put up like a 20-second clip of you combing your beard, and people paid for an OnlyFans of that.
You have weird dudes jerking off on their phones nationwide.
I don't think it matters what I'm showing for them to be jerking off to me.
If somebody's
irrelevant.
If somebody's turned on by it, then it's bad.
I'm not saying that, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of hole you're trying to walk me into. I'm a hard pass on this, no matter what the scenario is. You can.
It's hard to get a beat on you, Shud. Initially,
it's not hard to get a beat on
Initially,
me.
you said yes before I even finished answering the question. Then it was a no.
Then you
saw that.
My feet.
Then you saw that dude, and you were like, "Oh, yep, I'll do that." And now you won't even comb your damn beard. It's madness, Shuddy.
What if it was just your beard?
But you can't have just my beard. What am I doing? Shaving my beard off and then combing the strands?
Well, you just take the picture from like here.
I'm so bored of this conversation. It is so fucking stupid and retarded. For any
Let's talk about
lack of a better
something
term.
smart, Kevin.
Yeah. Jesus.
We're losing Shuddy.
Yeah.
He just said the R word.
I mean,
and not his NFC East rivals, which he'll meet this weekend.
It's very rare that we do lowbrow humor, so I apologize to the audience. Jeff, what happened to Lil Mama? I saw on Instagram she's got a fucking satellite dish going.
Yep, she's combed up. Officially, she had her right hind paw, middle toenail, ripped off.
Ripped off?
So we were doing our morning walk. She absolutely loves going to the coffee shop. They love her. She loves that place. She gets, I feel like, the most attention per square foot in that fucking place. It's great. And we go in, and after just like a few minutes, I'm shooting the shit with the baristas. I know all the barista. What's the female or what's the male name for a barista?
Baristo?
I knew it. I was going to say that too. Barista. I know all the
What?
baristas and
Bro-
baristas' names.
Broista?
Nope.
Barista.
Barista is gender neutral. It's just
Oh,
barista.
nice. Okay. Well, I know all their names, and this is Little Mama's favorite place. I was thinking about throwing a birthday party there for her come April. Not sure if we're going to do that, but I'm in there for a few minutes, just, getting my coffee, and a customer comes in, like starts like, oh shit, like freaks out a little bit. Like, what the hell? And I look down, and there's like little bloody paw prints all over the floor. And I was like, oh no. And then I look at her foot, and her toenail's all fucked up, and she's bleeding out of her foot. She didn't bark or whine or do anything. So I have no idea how this happened. And there wasn't any blood tracking from the outside. So it happened
Ooh,
in the coffee shop.
fuck.
Yeah.
And
So
you took her to the vet?
I immediately took her to the emergency animal hospital. I called the vet, my regular vet, and they said they recommended that I take her to the emergency hospital because they had appointments and they couldn't see her. So I did that. That took like fucking 3.5 hours. That was pretty annoying, actually, and cost like $500-$600 altogether. But she handled it like a G for the most part. They just like cut off the rest of her toenail, so now she has nothing there on one of her toes.
She doesn't have a backup toenail like Jeff Clark?
No, I wish I could have given her one of mine. So she had her whole toenail removed, and she had like a little bandage on it for 3 days. I took her to my regular vet to get it taken off. They also recommended we put a cone on her so she wouldn't try to remove the bandage herself or gnaw at it. We took the cone off of her, though, for the most part, while she had the bandage on, because she's usually with someone, right? It's very rare that she's not hanging out with me, Cheech, or, even though Bill lives down the street, she'll still hang out with Bill here or there.
Yeah.
So if any of us saw her like gnawing at her bandage, we would just tell her not to, just quit that shit, Little Mama. But since they've taken the bandage off, it's been a little harder to watch her. And so I've had to cone her up a lot over the last few days to make sure she doesn't like lick at her wound, essentially.
Yeah. Damn.
But I was pretty freaked out initially because she's just bleeding all over the place. I had no idea how it happened, but
Yeah, and for her to not even like make a peep.
I know, it's fucking weird.
I mean, did they say how long it would take to heal?
It takes a while because MJ ripped her toenail out over the summer.
Ugh. Like the
Doing
whole
what?
nail is just gone?
Yeah.
So I brought her to the boxing gym, and she didn't like the chirping of the round bell, and it just caused her to freak out and trying to pull away from me while I was trying to get her out of there. It just got caught in the rug and ripped right out of her paw, and I didn't even realize it until I got her in the car and there was blood all over the seats in the car.
She didn't bark or whine either, huh?
Nope.
These tough little fuckers.
Yeah, maybe we have just more bitch-made toenails than dogs do.
Yeah, maybe we're bigger pussies. I know if my whole toenail got ripped out. Well, not the middle. Well, actually, every couple months I'll just rip my whole toenail off. So it doesn't bleed as much. So I think that if I had as much blood coming out, I would assume I would behave much more like a bitch than my actual bitch, my lady Little Mama.
Dude, when I went to Disney this most recent time, I think it was like in September or October with Carl and Dustin, my big toenail is still black from that. Just from walking for 18 hours.
Wait, that's it? You just walked?
Yeah, just from spending that much time like walking around and on my feet, because we did like open to close, so it was, I don't know, 25,000, around 27,000 steps, and I was just like, by the end of the day, I was like, man, my fucking big toe, I feel like I got a blister going or something. And then when I woke up the next day, I was like, ooh, that is a nice, just black scuff on my toenail, and it's still fucking there. So,
Like a blood bruise under your toenail?
Yeah, kind of. I think.
Jeez.
Let me see if I can. I'll join the OnlyFans clubs too. Ow! Oh, my back is so shredded right now. Because I'm just a fucking. My body's so used to just being like a Ralph bags full of diarrhea and chicken bones that, like, now that exercise is happening, it's revolting against me. Okay. Hold on a second. I gotta find a cup. Ah, you fucking. Oi! Okay, here we go. Bear with me.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Since like October or whatever. So yeah, I guess we do just have bitch-made nails when it comes to dogs. They're way better at that shit than us. Speaking of Dustin, I went and saw a new movie in the theaters that has our homie Dustin Ibarra in it. Have either of you guys seen any sort of trailer promotional material for One of Them Days?
I've seen that, but I didn't. I mean, I'm familiar with the movie, but I haven't seen the trailer or anything.
I saw the trailer a while back.
Bill went and saw it, I believe. Him and his girlfriend went and saw it. Did you see his Letterboxd score if he gave one?
Let me see.
I'm asking him what the score was, what he scored it right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He gave it 3.5.
Okay. Oh, he seemed to like it. I guess 3.5 is a pretty good score for most people. I think it's like if I ever score something 3.5, it's something you don't need to go see in a theater. But he seemed to like it. It's the way he explained it was, it's pretty much like Friday for women.
Yeah. When we were talking about it afterwards, Carl compared it to Friday.
Yeah.
It was fucking good, man. I mean, Keke Palmer and SZA, they did a pretty good job with a buddy comedy. Dustin's got
Is SZA hot?
I think she is.
I've only seen her like a couple times. I've like heard her music more than I've seen her.
I don't think I've ever seen her act in anything, and she was good.
I can't really like figure out if she's hot or not. I saw a picture of her on Twitter the other day of her and her fat ass, and someone was saying how hot she was. I was like, damn, that was a nice picture. And then I looked for some others and I couldn't find any. Like her Instagram, there's not enough like sleazy photos.
Well, I mean, Keke Palmer is an absolute Babraham Lincoln. Like I could easily see her being in my top 10 right now. And SZA, I mean, yeah, she's fucking cute. And you know, Dustin, he's only got one scene, and it's basically like the cold open of the movie, but super funny. And it's like got like a tight runtime. I think it's like 97 minutes, and it's pretty steady with the jokes. Like we actually wanted to go see it on Friday, and pretty much every showing was fucking booked up. So we had to get Saturday tickets, and even going in the afternoon, we got like a couple of the last seats in the theater. And they got a huge reaction from the audience. I don't know, I think it was funny as shit. It was awesome. Like when I saw the trailer a while back, I was like, I might be fucking crazy, but this seems like it could not suck. and it ended up being really good.
When you told me that Dustin was in it, I wanted to go see it. I was just waiting for your review. So you convinced me.
Bill was saying yesterday, one of the three guys, check this out. One of the three white people in one of them days is actually MSPH guest Dustin Ibarra. Like, he's Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not white at all.
Like, what? He's not half white?
Yeah, Maud Apatow is the token whitey. But it's good. It really did have kind of like a Friday vibe because it's just like the whole premise of it is SZA and Keke Palmer are roommates. Their landlord rules with an iron fist, is and like a complete dickhead. If you miss rent, you're just fucking out. And SZA has this like live-in loser boyfriend who for some reason she gives him the rent money to go pay it, and he fucking goes and spends it. So they have until the end of the day to make their rent money back. So I like buddy comedies with a mission like that, and you just watch the goofy shenanigans and stupid situations they get themselves into. And it really did feel like an old school, like late 90s, early 2000s R-rated comedy. It was fucking good. All give it like a 4-dicker. Carl was even like, she's like, yeah, she was like, she kind of just went to, cause when I told her Dustin was in it, she's like, all right, well, we'll go, support the homie. But when we walked out, she was like, that was like an 8.5 for me on the Carl scale.
It's a lot of dicks for Carl to be taken.
She does stars, sir.
Would you guys like to play a game? Since we're talking film?
All right, Jigsaw.
Letterboxd D, it's Letterboxd D. The D stands for
The
dick.
D stands for dicks.
It's the Letterboxd D game.
Our first Letterboxd D game of 2025.
Oh, yeah.
Should we keep a tally of the score running all year to see how much
God.
you beat Jeff by at the end of the year?
Why? I've done so much losing in the MSPH land and in America, actually, that I don't really need my record shown.
All I do is lose no matter what.
Yeah, I'm taking mad. I'm like the fucking Brooklyn Brawler here. Just a free win for one of the fucking mid-car guys.
just a permanent jobber. He's never going to get over it.
Unbelievable.
Never gets the pop.
I know.
All right. New wrinkle, though, in the Letterboxd D game.
Oh,
we
shit.
are going popularity this year.
I didn't even know that was an option. That's fucking
Options
crazy.
are all time, this week, this month, or this year. So for 2025, we are strictly going this year until I forget. And then we'll revert back to all time probably.
Dang. So we got to focus on the popularity of the last 20 days?
Yep. So, Jeff, we'll give you the first crack at
Thank
one.
God.
We mentioned him earlier. The film, I believe, comes out this week, so it's not listed yet. But Mark Wahlberg, don't say the new one, is what I'm trying to tell you.
So the most popular Mark Wahlberg movie.
That's been searched on Letterboxd. That, however, Letterboxd D gets there for just this year.
Was he in Avengers Endgame? I don't believe he was. Not Fear with Reese Witherspoon, even though that movie kicks so much fucking ass.
Who was he in Avengers? Mosquito Man?
Probably not the fighter. That'd be sweet though. Ah, man. I'll go.
Maybe The Happening.
Fast and the Furious 9, was he in that one? I'll go The Italian Job.
Kevin.
The Italian Blowjob.
I would want to say that Flight Risk movie, but I think it goes by people watching it and stuff and being that
You're
it's
not
not
allowed
out.
to, Kevin. Listen to the fucking rules.
It's not out yet.
Piece of shit.
Well,
And I told you not to say that one because it's not listed yet.
so I'll go. You know what? I feel like an evergreen one is Boogie Nights.
I was going to say that. No.
So,
But instead, I went to the stupid one.
Italian Job was popular, I thought. And it's got a lot of stars in it.
Oh my God, Jeff.
I don't know how this works.
so The Italian Job this year is number 17.
Mamma mia.
Could be worse.
All time, it's number 12.
Where was The Fighter? I was thinking about that one too.
The Fighter for this year is number 14. And I'm sorry, The Italian Job is 21 so far this year. I did my math wrong. The Fighter is number 17. Boogie Nights is number 3, so Kevin gets a point. Number 2 is Ted. Number 1, which is his number 1 all time as well, The Departed.
Oh,
Like Jeff,
I know that one hurt.
I picked somebody who's, no matter how we did it, 2 movies you are professed to love of theirs are in the top 3. Like, I started it off with a softball.
Y'all bitches are stupid.
So Jeff gets a big fat goose egg for that one. Next.
You're extra mean today.
And we're using Flight Plan as the basis for these first 2 because next is Mr. Topher Grace.
I sometimes have an issue with Topher. So is it me or Jeff?
It's you since you got the only point.
Man. In my heart, it's Predators. But I feel like
You're far.
I'm the only person on earth who likes that movie. Topher. What is Mr. Topher the Gopher up to these days, huh? In the last 20 days, who the fuck is watching Topher Grace movies? Sliding them up the charts. Or the charts.
Couldn't even tell you a one Topher Grace movie.
I mean, I guess I'll just try Spider-Man 3?
Okay, Jeff?
That was my only one.
That 70s Show the movie.
Wasn't he in Fantastic Four?
No.
Uncredited as the
I
Invisible
actually
Woman.
I don't even have a guess. I got to tap out here. Hey, can I look at his discography or filmography?
Well,
But what about through IMDb?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even have the Letterboxd app, so I was just going to go on Wikipedia, really.
I mean, I'll allow it. As
Go
Jeff,
for it.
I don't have a
Just-
guess.
as Jeff's
I mean,
only
I have
competitor.
to tap out. Yeah, I have to tap out. I don't know. Hey, I either do this or I lose. Definitely.
I mean-
Is a mammal.
I mean, Spider-Man 3 is a good guess. I lose.
well, I will tell you, Jeff, that you can pass on this and it will not change the score at all because Spider-Man 3 is number 4. So Kevin gets no points. So you can pass and still be only at a 1-0 deficit. That's up to you.
All right, I'll pass because I'd feel bad about it. I guess
I think
looking
I know
at the
what
list, I would go Black Klansman.
Okay, well, if we were going by all-time popularity, Black Klansman would be number 2 and Spider-Man 3 would be number 3. But this year it goes Interstellar is number 1,
Oh, ball sacks.
Heretic is number 2,
Oh, double
and
ball
Ocean's
sacks.
11 as number 3.
I even saw Heretic. Damn it.
You think
Really,
I know
Ocean's
what herring
11
means?
shouldn't even count. His role is himself.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
All right, next up, Antonio Banderas. Kevin, it goes to you.
Mm.
And I will tell you that this year for Antonio Banderas fucks everybody's world up.
I mean, it should be Assassins. I will go. I'll go Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
The fact that you knew that full title is really problematic,
Puss in
probably.
It shows you how much of a deficit I'm at here.
Puss in Boots?
Jeff, this is usually we don't usually do this, but since I threw the this year wrinkle into it, it levels the playing field because all time Puss in Boots, The Last Wish is
Puss in
number
Boots?
1. But this year it is number 4 so
Puss in
far.
Boots?
God damn it.
So
Puss in
another
Boots?
0 for Kevin. So you still have a chance, Jeff.
I hate this wrinkle.
Puss in Boots?
Was he in a Wes Anderson film? I feel like he might have been in Grand Budapest Hotel.
Puss in Boots?
I'll go with Desperado, my favorite Antonio Banderas film ever.
Ooh.
All right. Well, Desperado didn't even crack. It hasn't even cracked the top 25 this year.
What are people doing with their 2025s? You're not watching Desperado?
They're watching Paddington in Peru, which was number 3.
That's not even out yet. That comes out like next month.
Shrek 2 is number 2.
Fuck, I almost said it, but I wasn't sure which Shrek he got introduced.
And Baby Girl is number 1.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Have you seen any of the marketing they're doing for that movie? So that's the one where like Nicole Kidman plays like a powerful executive and some new hire, she wants him to like, I don't know, be like a mean, controlling boyfriend or something. And it's like the new 50 Shades of Grey, I guess. So they're promoting that film. I've seen just like ads on Instagram for it. It'll be like before Baby Girl, and a girl like sits down in the theater at her seat with some popcorn, and then it cuts to black and it says after Baby Girl, and she's standing up wiping off the seat. I was like, oh, that is the most sexually aggressive marketing campaign I think I've ever seen for a movie. Like, you will shoot juices out of yo vag. Bring a diaper.
Mark Rooster's second paragraph of his 4-dick review starts off with, it's highly erotic throughout.
Did Mark Rooster's ass pussy get wet?
It must have. I didn't know the person who directed it, though, did Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Yeah, they seem like two wildly different movies.
Very. Okay. Moving on. Again, popularity this year, Kevin.
Insel Engelfort?
Matthew Page Damon. I didn't know his middle name was Page.
Oh my goodness. Fucking. You know what? The Departed.
Ah, you fucking homo.
Jeff,
Insel Engelfort?
that's okay. It would have been number 1 if we were doing all time. But
come on.
As is the pattern, it's number 4
Well,
for
come
Matt
on.
Damon. So 0, Jeff. You have 3 shots at this, and you know all 3 of these movies that are in his top 3. I am confident. I just don't know that you'll pick one of them, but I know you know all 3 of them.
Oh, for Christ's fucking sake.
I mean, don't fucking go The Legend of Bagger Vance. Do not. Whatever, like, that's...
The Talented Mr. Ripley? Blink twice if it's Talented Mr. Ripley.
That's the one that I meant to go with. The Talented Mr. Ripley, not Bagger Vance. But it's not.
All right, so how many guesses does Jeff get?
He just gets one.
I'll go with Air since I just saw it.
You can lead a horse to water.
Yep. Number 3, Oppenheimer. Number 2, Good Will Hunting. Number 1, Interstellar.
Oh,
I actually was going to say all 3 of those movies. Good Will Hunting, I was like, it's been too long. Probably no one cares about it now. Interstellar, I read the other day that he was in that, and I completely forgot like what he did in that movie.
I forgot he was in it too.
And I was like a little weirded out that they even mentioned it.
I was thinking The Martian after I whiffed.
I was thinking The Martian too.
Number 8 is number 8 this year.
And the third one was Oppenheimer. I actually didn't think about that one.
People are really watching movies about wanting to get off of Earth.
And actually, all time, The Departed is number 6. It goes Interstellar, Oppenheimer, Good Will Hunting, Ragnarok, and Deadpool 2.
Yeah, Damon's got some bangers.
Okay. All right.
What about Team America World Police? Does he get a credit for that?
That wasn't in his top whatever. Okay, so now, Kevin. Nicole Kidman.
I mean, Baby Girl?
What's your guess, Jeff?
That's such bullshit, Baby Girl.
Puss in Boots?
No, she's not in that.
The AMC movie theater commercial. Is that on there?
Man,
it is not.
If that thing had a Letterboxd listing, that would be awesome.
It would be ahead of Avengers Endgame. Oh man. I'll go Eyes Wide Shut.
Well, Baby Girl was number 1, so Kevin gets 3.
Yeah, he shouldn't even feel good about that, though. It was a gay-ass guess.
Eyes Wide Shut, number 2. So you did as well as you could with Kevin taking the number 1 off the board.
I maxed out, and mine was more of a legitimate guess than his. This was a cop-out guess.
All time, however, it would have been number 1, Jeff. Just so you know. All time, that would have been a number 1 guess.
Yeah,
all right.
You
Kevin.
bitch.
Jeff Goldblum.
I got 2 of them. You can only guess one of them.
Yeah, well, you better get a fucking cum rag for your face, Jeff.
Maybe 3.
Wicked.
Oh man, I had no idea that. Oh no, I can't beat that. That's not fair.
Suck on my dick.
Jurassic Park.
All right. Well, Wicked is number 1 this year, so Kevin gets 3 for that. Jeff, Jurassic Park is number 3 for the year, so you get 1 point. Number 2 is the Grand Budapest Hotel. I thought for sure that's since Jeff brought it up, I was like, he's got to go there. He's got to go there.
I was thinking that. I was going with that, Jurassic Park or Independence Day.
Which, had we done all time, it would have been number 1, Grand Budapest, number 2, Wicked, number 3, Thor Ragnarok. You would have not gotten points for Jurassic Park because it was number 4.
I swear to God, I actually kind of just said Jurassic Park as a joke because I knew he'd won with Wicked, and it was impossible for me to beat him. So I was like, I don't know. I just thought it would be funny to say Jurassic Park, knowing it would lose, knowing it's one of the biggest movies ever. But if it were all time, I would have guessed Grand Budapest Hotel because I feel like we've done Jeff Goldblum before, or we did someone else for that movie, and that ranked number one.
No,
So
we've done Jeff Goldblum before, and the Wicked wrinkle is why I included
yeah,
him.
yeah.
All right. Samuel L. Jackson. He's had it with the motherfucking snakes on his motherfucking plane.
Oh boy, what Samuel L. movie are people watching this year? I mean, I guess. I'll just go with the classic. I'll go with Pulp Fiction. Jeff, it's your turn to give me a butt cream pie.
You
But will he be able to?
he had to have been in Avengers Endgame, right? He had to have been.
Yes, he does. He was in Avengers Endgame.
Was he?
I'll go with that one. Does Pulp
Avengers-
Fiction really win? Is Pulp Fiction the only thing to ever beat Avengers Endgame? I felt like Avengers Endgame always wins.
All time, maybe, but so far this year, Avengers Endgame is number 7.
Okay, so I don't get a point, but does Pulp Fiction beat it?
Yes, Pulp Fiction
How?
was number 1. Inglorious Bastards and Django Unchained are the top 3 for the year so far
Wow.
for Samuel L.
Everybody's starting with Quentin.
All time, it actually goes Pulp Fiction, Inglorious Bastards, Infinity War. All time.
Zap is fucking lame.
Is he in Inglorious Bastards? He's just a narrator, right? I don't even think you see his
Yes.
face on screen.
Correct.
Dude, so Carl asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and I was like, okay, you're going to hate this, but Arrow is putting out a special edition hooked up 4K of Inglorious Bastards. It doesn't come out until January, but all I want for Christmas is a pre-order of that. So she did it. And then one day she was like, oh, it looks like they shipped it a little early. And then she was like, oh, it's saying it got delayed in transit. And we kind of thought it was like maybe because of the fires. And then I asked her the next day, I'm like, is there any movement? She's like, no, it hasn't updated. I'm like, you know what, just send me the tracking number so I don't have to keep bothering you, so I can obsessively check it on my own. And it kept saying delayed in transit. It made it as far as Redlands, California, which is like an hour and a half away. And I know my homie Kay, he pre-ordered it too. And I was like, hey, did you get your Inglorious Bastards? He was like, yeah, it actually just came in today. I keep checking it every morning. I check the tracking. No movement, no movement. I check it the other day, and it says, this shipping company has closed its doors. There is no customer service staff anymore, so please contact the original shipper for anything you need. And we were like, what? And this fucking edition sold out last month. So I'm just like, okay, so this company went out of business, and they are just like, you know what? We're not finishing any of these deliveries. We're just keeping all the shit in all the trucks. And I was like, it's fucking sold out. So I guess that means I'm not getting it. But apparently, we've been like in contact, emailing with Arrow. She was like, I seriously don't understand your life. How the fuck do you not get your Christmas present because the shipping company goes bankrupt and keeps your fucking present? But I guess they kept a couple extra, so they shipped one out today. So we'll see. Maybe that shipping company will also go bankrupt. But there you go. There's my fucking Inglorious Bastard story.
I have a further wrinkle for this year, a new rule for Letterboxd that I want to run past you guys. It could help Jeff, but it could also hurt Jeff. For the last person, who's going to be a less mainstream actor than we typically do for the regular ones, I would like to do that you get... We're going to do whoever can pick the lowest movie on their...
Oh my God.
On their list, and then you get the points appropriate to where that movie lands.
Oh my God, this is like the final round in fucking Family Feud. All of the rounds are rendered meaningless. Potentially.
But
that also means Jeff is going to kind of have to dig for some deep cuts.
Or just go with his heart.
Yeah, just go with movies I watched recently.
Michael Keaton.
Multiplicity?
Walton Goggins.
Jeff doesn't look happy about this. Who goes first? Jeff?
You are
Kevin,
in the lead,
right?
So Jeff, do we make this where the person losing gets first crack?
Yeah, I'll give it to him. I have a guest ready to go.
I mean,
All right.
I'll just go with an answer. Well, I didn't give this answer, but I mentioned it. I'll just say Predators, because I can't really think of anything more obscure.
So Predators is number 7, so you get 7 points for that.
Oh, that's not what I was hoping for.
Jeff, there are 66 other Walton Goggins movies to choose from. Can you go lower than 7?
He's going to accidentally get the number 1 movie.
I was thinking that Major League movie, the third one.
He's in Back
Major
to the
League
Minors. He sure is.
Dude, he's
sure
like the
is.
star. He's like the star hitter.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did Jeff just cream pie my butt?
Jeff cream pied your butt, your face, your back, your man boobs. There's some dripping out of your hair.
My feet.
Because Major League Back to the Minors is number 33
Oh!
out of 67.
What's the suck, Dylan?
So I think adding this wrinkle, we have to keep an ongoing tally. Because Kevin, you have a respectable 17 points.
Oh, come on.
And Jeff has 36. 33 of them gained in the last round.
Wow. I've never even seen Major League 3.
Neither have I.
You're missing out. Scott, you're lucky you didn't ask about Scott Bakula, too, because I would have had that one ready.
Oh, wait, you know what? I did see Back to the Minors, because I do remember Scott Bakula being in it. Yeah, good job, Jeff.
Who doesn't remember that?
Had I known that Major League was anywhere on the list, I might not have created this wrinkle.
Wow,
Hey,
Scott
you wasn't gonna win
Bakula?
that shit, did you?
Scott
but I
Bakula
won.
is top billed
Yeah.
over
It's-
Corbin Burnson?
Yeah. Scott Bakula on the poster.
There he is, Walton Goggins playing Downtown Anderson.
It's
Holy
Scott Bakula with the round shades and the long hair.
R.I.P. to Bob Uecker, billed in this also.
Whoa.
You just jeffed up his name really bad.
I did?
Yep.
Is it Bob Uecker?
Nope, it's Euchre.
Euchre? Oh.
Yeah.
I could have.
Uecker.
I had never seen it. Like I've never heard it said before. I've only seen it spelled, and I could have sworn when Jeff was like pouring some liquor, I was like,
Oh, pour some liquor out for Bob Uecker.
but I guess I heard wrong.
No, you did hear wrong. No, I guess anything. I wouldn't fuck up his name.
Wow, I'm just like scrolling through the list of a movie I never even knew existed. What kind of a score do you think you would give this if you gave it a rewatch today, Jeff?
Major League back to the minors?
Yeah.
Probably like 4.25. I remember liking it. I mean, it's not nearly as good as Major League or Major League Two, but I mean, Major League is a like certified five dicker.
It's sitting comfortably at a 2.2.
What? Who said that?
The third one.
Okay.
The first Major League is sitting comfortably at a 3.5, which for
That's
Letterboxd
outrageous.
is a really high score.
And Major League 2 is a 2.8.
Ooh.
Parkman. I love that character. Yeah, I mean, I like baseball movies. So I haven't seen that in Major League back to the minors probably 20 years, maybe longer.
Jeff, you ready to be... I just went over to Jeff's favorite aggregate site. Major League, 83%.
On Rotten Tomatoes?
Certified fresh. Major League 2, 5%.
Oh.
Major League back to the minors, 22%. So,
What?
according to Rotten Tomatoes, back to the minors is 17% better than Major League 2.
Shit.
Which
I don't understand that.
I have the Knicks game. The Knicks we're recording on MLK Day, so there's basketball all day in the daytime. And the Knicks are doing their celebrity row thing where they show all the celebrities at the games. They showed Chris Rock, who was clearly sitting next to Adam Sandler, but Adam Sandler was cut off, and they didn't show Adam Sandler. They showed like 10 other celebrities. Oh, now they're going back. They're going back to Chris Rock and Adam Sandler. Like, oh yeah, no, Adam Sandler's here too.
They're like featuring Alan Covert, and you can see like Sandler's elbow in the frame.
They had it was great. He's sitting next to Chris Rock. But they who else did they show? They showed like random people that fucking, I don't know. You probably never heard of random athletes, Kevin, and they had one of the guys from Succession.
Do they have Bob Uecker?
Oh, stop it! Come on, the guy, he's fucking dead. Kevin, quit that shit.
Which guy from Succession? Good old Wamsgam?
No, it was. I think his name's Sandy.
I don't think I know that person. So
he was part of the board at the end, but he was in every fucking episode.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about like the actor's name.
He's like he's Middle Eastern.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Okay.
Man, so I've Carl and I are trying to make the most of our 3-month trial of Apple TV, and we started watching Severance. I can't remember. Were one of you guys recommending that?
No, I know that the second season came on Apple. I know I should check it out because the first season kicked so much ass, but I couldn't officially recommend it. It looks a little too like artsy for me. It almost looks like a Wes Anderson's doing a television show.
Have you watched it? You haven't watched any of it. Okay.
I tried to watch Landman because
people. That sounds like the worst superhero ever.
Because people in my algorithms and even outside of my algorithms recommended that. It's the Billy Bob Thornton show about this guy who works for these oil companies. He's almost like a corporate fixer for the oil companies. It's based out in Texas. And this guy just drives around to different oil rigs and like fixes problems. I don't know. It was a little too country for me, so I couldn't get into it. But I still plan on checking out Severance, especially now that football is pretty much over.
Yeah, it was one of those shows like I've never paid too much attention to anything on Apple, and I didn't even know anything about Severance. I didn't know what it was about. I just knew that Adam Scott was in it, and it's a picture of him in like an office setting, and I was just like, meh. I'm getting like Mad Men vibes, and I couldn't really get into Mad Men, and I didn't know it was like a supernatural thriller type thing, like a mystery type show. And I've just been seeing everybody nutting their pants. Like I don't think I heard much about it until season 2 was creeping up, and everybody's like, "Fucking Severance!" Oh! So we were just like, "Man, there must be something to this," and it's fucking good. Like I'd say it's a coin flip on whether you'll like it, Jeff. I mean, it does have some stuff that's fucked up. It is intriguing. I feel like it does a good job of like stringing the mystery along with like feeding you little bread crumbs without it being frustratingly slow with the pacing. It's kind of like it's modern, but it has, I guess, an 80s aesthetic. So all the cars, everything kind of looks like it's the 80s, but people have smartphones. Do you know the premise of it?
No. No,
So-
I just got the vibe that it was artsy, and now you're saying there's a supernatural element to it, and I got to be honest, I'm kind of turned off.
Well, no, not supernatural. It's kind of like sci-fi. Like, so the whole premise of it is there's this mysterious corporate company, and they introduced a way to perform a surgery on you, so you don't remember anything that happens while you're at the office, and while you're at the office, you don't remember anything about your personal life. So, like, when we started watching it, we were both like, I think I would sign up for this. Like, you get to just do your job free from distraction, and then when you go home, you don't have any of the stress of your day job. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, oh, but then, like, your non-work self, you don't remember 8 hours of your day, and then you sleep for 8 hours, so you essentially get 8 hours a day of life. I was like, that time is already flying by way too quick, where I'm like checked out for 16 hours of every day. But it's so like when you get into the office and you go up the elevator, once you pass a certain floor, the fucking chip kicks in, and you're just like, oh, I'm at work, and you don't know anything about your personal life. It's weird, but it's like, at first I was like, okay, intriguing concept. Let's see where they go with this. I don't know how they can string this along for a full series, but they do a really fucking good job of it. And Ben Stiller directs a lot of the episodes. I think you should give it a shot. They end every episode too in a way where you're like, well, fuck, now I got to start the next one. And we're trying to show restraint because it's one of those week by week shows. So like,
Yeah.
Season 2 didn't just drop. It's like, you got to go week by week for the episodes. So
I don't like that.
we're trying our best to not get caught up too quick. But it's cool. It's cool. I'm fucking into it.
Does the second season, does it drop with 3 initially, and then it's week by week? Is that how they did it?
I haven't looked. I'm not sure. But I mean, I also never knew that John Turturro is in it and Christopher Walken's in it. Patricia Arquette. It's got a pretty solid cast. I'd be curious to get your thoughts on it, Jeff. Shuddy, I don't know if this gets your Shuddy Puskus dampened.
Nope. I have no interest in Severance.
Why not?
It just doesn't look I've been seeing trailers and shit for it all weekend during football, and it just doesn't seem entertaining to me.
No, I agree. I felt like a pro Kevin review might push you towards seeing it, but no, I hear you. I'll probably check it out based on Kevin's review and the idea the fact that football is pretty much over. So I need something to kill some time.
Well, yeah.
Can't just be all sports betting.
That means football is almost done in MSPH land, where we are having these abridged
NFL pick them.
Yep.
We only did like 3 pick-thems last week, right?
We did 4. And believe it or not, Jeff lost again, even with his over-under pick.
Oh, yeah, it's very surprising. I'm shocked.
Kevin went 4-0.
What the fuck?
Because he picked the Chiefs, Commanders, Eagles, Bills. I went 3-1 because I had the Ravens over the Bills. Sorry, T-Bone. I'm glad the Bills won. And Jeff, you had the Lions and Rams to win their games, and they did not.
Yeah. Rams are a lot closer than the Lions, which is kind of surprising.
So, Kevin, we are down now to only 2 this week. We've got the Washington Click Commanders traveling to the city of brotherly love to take on the Spread Eagles.
Good old Chicago. What are our current total standings?
I'll have to do that, but going into this week, I am ahead by 1 game over you. So you're at 77-45, and I am at 78-44.
Oh shit. So who was it? The Goofers versus the Eagles?
The Click Commanders versus the Spread Eagles.
Well, I got to go Click Commanders. It's the only way I can try and catch up because I know you're going to pick the Eagles, Shuddy.
I am absolutely picking the Eagles.
Come on,
Do
Washington.
I get to pick even though I'm officially eliminated?
Find
Yes,
that Clit,
even
Washington.
though you're mathematically out of contention, you can pick, Jeff.
I'll say Eagles.
All right, and then we got the final game of the championship Sunday is Buffalo Wild Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Bills.
Yikes. I got to go Queefs. I have to be a contrarian in order to flex my sports ball knowledge on you fools.
I'll go
I've
Chiefs.
seen probably 20.
Sorry, T-Bone. Sorry, T-Bone. One of my best friends is a huge Bills fan.
So just so you know,
Help.
if both of the teams you've picked lose, Kevin,
I'm fucked.
you can no longer, there is no pathway to winning.
I'm just taking a big swing here.
If the Bills lose to the Chiefs, it will be a tie going into the Super Bowl of the Eagles versus the Chiefs.
That would be fucking sick. Shuddy, who'd you pick?
I mean, I know who I'm picking.
You know, it'd be really funny.
I go with the Chiefs.
If the Chiefs win, and instead of like holding up one of their players like they do in the celebration, they just hold up Taylor Swift. It's all thanks to you. You did it. Are people still pissed about her?
I don't think so.
I don't think people were ever that mad about her.
People were mad that all they showed was her last year.
Yeah, I guess some people
that hasn't been happening that much this year as far as I know, but I haven't been watching a lot of Chiefs games.
Stop showing the hot chicks, man. I'm here to stare at dudes.
My website just fucking loves it when they show her. They showed her with Caitlin Clark the other day. Holy shit, were they jumping? They were fucking pumped. It was crazy.
Yeah, Jeff's sister, Caitlin.
Yeah.
I used to dunk on her back in the day.
All right,
You think she's hot? Well, either one of you, Caitlin Clark.
Well, she's better looking than me.
Okay.
I feel like she's more attractive now than she was at the start of last WNBA season. Her publicist must be making her more made up.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
I mean, she can afford a stylist.
Didn't she make like real dog shit money?
She does make real dog shit money compared to, as far as from the WNBA, she probably makes a shit ton.
Yeah, advertisements or
Oh,
endorsements, but her WNBA salary can't be much more than like, I'm not even going to speculate. It's she's getting paid significantly cheaper than she should be.
Her base salary for 2024 was 76.
I was going to guess 150K, but whatever.
Damn.
$76,535.
See, I knew that Angel Reese, the other very popular rookie in women's basketball, was making like 70K. I didn't realize that I thought there was a chance she could be making more money, even though there's probably like a baseline salary you can pay rookies, part of the collective bargaining agreement.
So according to Sportico, her salary was only 1% of her total earnings for 2024.
So what's that? So she made $7 million?
She made $7 million. But Zachary, the first pick in the 2024 NBA draft, her male counterpart, his contract for this year was $12.5 million.
Yeah, for sure.
And if Jeff's tweets are to be believed, the NBA has been putting out a dog shit product.
Absolutely.
Time for the NBA to start selling pictures of their feet. Am I right, Shuddy? Up top. Up top.
Oh, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to save us from a fate of selling pictures of our feet, all you have to do is sign up for patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's a wonderful time over there. We're having fun. We're having fun. And isn't that what the world needs?
And they can message us. They can message us directly from behind the paywall, right?
Oh, for feet pics? Yeah.
Yeah. So if they want a foot pick tier,
yeah,
maybe enough interest, and I'll start getting some shots of my feet up there.
Do you think like like a warm up? Because like when you look at a pictorial, it's like a fully dressed woman. Ooh, the blazer's off. Uh-oh, I see a bit of bra. They're like, hey, a new photo set just dropped of my fucking gross ass feet. It's like big toe poking out through a fucking hole in it. And then it's like, oh, now I put on a sock with even more holes. You're starting to see a little bit more foot. Clearly, I'm not cut out to sell pictures of my feet. But I am clearly cut out to sell you jokes with the homies here. We are all putting in the extra effort, all for you. And it's waiting. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. If you would like to see some of the shenanigans that took place on today's show, you can go to youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Like and subscribe and share and all that stuff. Tell a friend. And if you can also follow us on our socials, I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Jeffro Records.
And at MSPH Podcast. And at John Cooper Movie. And if you would like to help the John Cooper Film Festival Fund, you can get yourself a super sweet The Second Coming of John Cooper movie poster signed by yours truly. You just got to go to etsy.com/shop/John Cooper Movie, and I will hook you the fuck up. You can also check out Jeff's sports betting podcast, Outkick Bets with Jeff Clark.
Yeah, it's only 2 more NFL podcasts until probably the NFL draft. I don't even know if I did an NFL draft podcast last year, but regardless, got the conference championships this week and then a Super Bowl betting extravaganza featuring crazy props, player props, like what the crazy props, like how long the national anthem will take, what Kendrick's first song will be, the color of the Gatorade, all that goofy shit. But yeah, this week, NFC and AFC title game previews. So check it out. Outkick Bets.
So since people are betting on the color of Gatorade, do they try and keep it under wraps? And if you are the person who fills the Gatorade, could you just go and be like, well, I bet my entire life savings on orange?
I don't believe they're working that hard to keep it under wraps, and there's like bet limits that the sports books have for these kind of bets. Like they're not going to take a $100,000 bet on the color of Gatorade because I would assume they would probably assume they know, right? Like there's no one who's betting $100,000 without knowing the color.
Do you think they take the coach's Gatorade flavor preference into account when choosing what they dump on their head?
Yep.
Like if I was a coach and my team won the Super Bowl of basketball or whatever, and someone dumped fucking onion Gatorade on my head, I'd start whooping some ass. Or I'd throw a punch at somebody and they would likely beat my ass.
I think last year the favorite was orange because the Chiefs won the Super Bowl the year before and orange Gatorade was dumped on their head coach. So they'll like look at stuff like that. Like the Chiefs have played in the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl 3 times in the last like 5 years. So, I think a couple of times there has been orange. So that might be the favorite.
But see, that's my kind of betting. I'll bet on Gatorade.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it. Send me a link. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much for listening. And until next time, ooh, something.